Hi students, this is Mrs. Marinelli for Business 270 for College of the Sequoias. This PowerPoint will walk us through file management with Windows 10. There are options to doing file management. I will basically show one way. You may know other ways which are perfectly acceptable. File Explorer is what we will be using for file management. File Explorer is a program that comes with Windows 10. We're using Windows 10 at COS. And if File Explorer is not on your taskbar is at the bottom of your screen when you are in Windows. Go ahead and click on your Start button and type File Explorer, and you should see a list of programs. Go ahead and click on File Explorer, and you can also pin it to the taskbar if it's not already, so you don't have to hunt for it every time you need to use it. So some terms for file management. File Explorer is the file management program that we are using. A file is a collection of stored information. So if I type a letter using Word, if I create an Excel worksheet, when I save that document so I will have it to use later, I'm saving it as a file, and I would have to give the file a name that identifies that file. A folder is a place to put a file. A folder also holds subfolders. So a folder is a place to put subfolders and files. For example, I have a folder called classes, and I have subfolders for each class that I teach: Business 268, Business 270, Comp 130, and within those subfolders, I might have another subfolder, maybe one for tests, one for homework assignments, and within a folder or a subfolder, I would save my files. A drive is the location of your files and folders. So your computer will have a hard drive that's usually identified by the letter C. You will have a flash drive that could be identified as, at school it's E or F. It depends on what other things you have on your personal computer. So when we are using file management, we need to know, where am I saving the document that I just created? Which drive do I want it to be saved? And then what folder do I want it in? And what am I going to name that file? So you don't want it just saved and have no idea where it's going. You need to know, where am I saving it and putting it in an organized place. Just like your house, you don't save your socks in your kitchen drawer. They go in a bedroom dresser. So each file would be stored according to its information. So when we are in File Explorer, we actually have two panes. This side is the left pane, and this side is the right pane, this whole section. So I can actually click and drag and make the left pane bigger. We'll do that in class together. The left pane will show drives and folders. The right pane will show folders and files. So when you learn Windows, what you do in one will be very similar to the other. So whether I'm in File Explorer or Word or Excel, each program is basically set up with tabs, ribbons, groups, and launchers. So right now I have a File tab, a Home tab, a Share tab, and a View tab. Each tab will open its own ribbon. So this ribbon going across, is the ribbon for the File tab. The Home tab will be different choices. So think of being in a restaurant. If this were the Breakfast tab, I would have options for eggs, options for pancakes. And if I were in the Lunch tab, there would be categories of soup, categories of sandwiches. So each tab will open up a ribbon of choices that are then broken down into groups. So the groups would be, here I have the clipboard group. So this information falls under the clipboard category, organized category, new category. So these are groups within the ribbon. Some groups will have launchers, these do not, but when we get into Word, we'll learn launchers. So when I'm looking at my left pane, I can see that I'm using the OneDrive right now. The OneDrive is the cloud to save. So when I save to the OneDrive, wherever I am, I can get a hold of those documents. So I'm saving to the COS OneDrive. Whether I'm at school or at home, I can access those files. These are folders that I have on my OneDrive. So I can see the folders. I don't have any subfolders open right now, but because of these arrows that I can see, I know that they have subfolders that would open. So my classes is my main folder for COS, and that's my parent folder. If I opened that folder, I would see the subfolders and files. So these two are files. Folders look like a folder that you would put in a filing cabinet. Files look like you have the name and then you have an icon that identifies that type of file. So this blue one is a Word file. Okay, we discussed about the taskbar. The taskbar is at the bottom of your screen. It has buttons that will allow you to locate and launch programs, or to switch from one program to another that's already open. The title bar is at the top, and it contains the file name, the program name, and then there's some sizing buttons. So this shows File Management, PowerPoint is the program. File Management is the name of the file, and it's a PowerPoint program. Over at the right of the title bar, there's a Maximize button, and it expands the window to the entire desktop, or however big it can be. Some programs can't fill the whole window. So this is the button to click to get to the Maximize button. And I'm sorry, I don't have an icon for Restore Down. Restore Down looks like two of these. This is to maximize. Restore Down has two of them. Kind of one a little bit on top of another. Minimize is to shrink the window to a button on the taskbar. So it brings it down to the bottom. It doesn't close it, it just gets it off of your desktop and puts it at the bottom. To close a window, you just click X. So these icons, these buttons, are to the right of your title bar. Okay, so we are going to be learning how to copy one file at a time, and we'll use Control, click, drag and drop is one method, or we can copy and paste to a new location. We're going to learn to copy adjacent files by clicking first on the first file that you want, hold the Shift key down, click on the last file that you want, and the first file and the last file and all files in between will be highlighted. They'll be in light blue. Then you will copy and paste to a new location. We can do scattered files that aren't adjacent. Click the first one that you want, hold the Control key down, click the next one that you want. Click the next one that you want by keeping the Control key down. Click all of them that you want and then copy and paste to the new location. We're going to learn to copy folders. You can do a folder the same way that you copy a file. Why do I need to copy? You need to make a backup. You need to have more than one file somewhere in case you accidentally delete the file and you can't get it back. Your thumb drive gets lost. Your thumb drive is corrupted. Your hard drive crashes. It doesn't work anymore. You want to give the file to somebody else. So you should always have more than one in case one gets not accessible. Moving is similar to copying in the way we do it, except you are moving instead of copying. You're taking it from one place to another. Your socks are in your t-shirt drawer and you're going to move your socks into the correct drawer. So we can do a click, drag and drop, or instead of copying, you cut and paste. There's not a move button, it's a cut button. It'll look like a pair of scissors. If I want to do adjacent files, I can do the same thing. Click the first one, hold the Shift key down, click the last one, the first one, the last one, and everything in between will be highlighted. Then you can copy and paste to the new location. If they're scattered, click the first one you want, hold the Control key down, and just keep clicking with the Control key held down for all the files that you want. And then you will have them highlighted, and then cut and paste to the new location. And you move folders the same way you would move a file. Okay, deleting is getting rid of a file or a folder. You can click the file and press the delete key on your keyboard or the cut button in your Windows screen. Deleting adjacent files, the same way you copied and moved, hold the Shift key down, click the first one, click the last one, they'll all be highlighted in between, and then press the delete key or the cut button. So scattered, same thing, only using the Control key, click each one you want, press delete or cut, and deleting a folder, you can just click it and press delete or the cut button. Okay, when you delete a folder, be very careful because you're deleting the folder and everything in it. So every subfolder, every file, anything that's in that folder is also deleted. Okay, so where are we saving? When you are in File Explorer, this area is your address bar. Think of this as your compass, your GPS of your computer. It shows where you are. So mine is saying that I'm in OneDrive. So this is my OneDrive. So if I wanted to save to OneDrive, I would click to open OneDrive, find my folder that I want to save in, click or double click to open my folder, and then I could paste into that folder. There's you guys, again, there's other ways I can click, drag, and drop. I can copy and paste. We'll go over that, but just identify where are these drives. If I want it on my thumb drive, then I have to go to this PC, and it will list different places that you can save to. I can save on the desktop. It has a shortcut for me to get right to documents or where things are downloaded, music, pictures, videos. These are all categories where you can save. And if you want to save to your thumb drive, then it'll be identified. This one is E. C is the hard drive. But if you want to save to these categories, you can use those shortcuts instead of going to C. So it will show up where you are. You need to look up here. Where am I? Am I on OneDrive? Am I in Classes? Am I in Business 270? To locate where you are and maneuver where you are. So you're going to click down here and it'll show up here. Okay, so we can use file management for copying files and folders to make a duplicate, moving files and folders to organize them into the right place, delete files and folders that you no longer need, and then we will also learn to eject the thumb drive. So we will be working on actually doing these things in a different manner in Zoom. Have a great day.